I put out a challenge on Twitter asking you lot to show me what you have as a Dragon Ball OC. An OC being an original character, by the way, just in case you didn't know. But mind you probably did already. Yeah, there were a lot of these. And we're going to be going through them, and I will be giving my opinion on them and where things could be improved, what I think about them. The fact that you've even been able to present them to me, I fully appreciate it. But before we begin, I'd like to say thank you so much to Niwa, who have supported this video by presenting one of their lighting solutions, the Niwa F7. It's a portable light source which can be charged using USB-C. It has loads of different colors and stuff like that, and it's right up there right now. It's really tiny, really portable, and very powerful. You can do a lot of cool stuff with it, so thank you, Niwa, for that. Oh, and by the way, if you want to get the light, if you're interested, link below. But if you want to take a look at every single contribution to that original question, you can check out the link below to the entire thread. You can see everybody's example there. But let's get started with Stefano. He has Rex Summer, or Radic if you want to say a name. He's a Saiyan that's been genetically altered due to the Saiyan scientists, or Scientists, creating the ultimate weapon to take down Frieza. He was sent off into space when it was told of them that Frieza might have caught wind of their game. They then sent him out into space to get rid of evidence. I like the colors and all that, but at the same time, it does feel a little bit too similar to Gohan. But I think I know what you're doing here. Use the Dragon Ball Fusions generator for this overall look. And that's fair enough. You know, resources and stuff like that. It is a very funny generator, by the way. I've done a couple of videos on it. It seems alright. The white and black thing, it reminds me of something very yin and yangy, just kind of something that would be intrinsic with a lot of Dragon Ball stuff. This one is called Freya, and according to the blurb, she has some kind of like genetic difference that makes her hair white and the eyes blue instead of black hair and black eyes. It's okay. It's also very interesting for like kind of genetic evolution, as it were, especially if you're doing genetics videos and stuff like that. But on the whole, I feel like with the attire, you could be a little bit more creative with it instead of just using a Vegito facsimile. I mean, it's okay, and I like the backstory. The backstory is kind of cool. Frank Nova says, I have an Earthling myself and a boo I named Caramella. I like that name. Okay, already we're off to a good start with a name. Dragon Ball is very much into doing double acts, and yeah, having kind of like a Tiensha type thing, and then a margin character and Caramella. I'm really digging the name here. Artex comes up with an older brother of Frost named Gelid, or Gelid, and he is a social media celebrity. Kind of like Frost right there. He loves destroying anything for audience. He likes doing different challenges and selling different products. Marketing! Oh, that's a phrase I haven't heard in a while. But yeah, basically older brother to Frost. I mean, the design is sort of like cooler in a way. It's not overly different, but at the same time, a lot of Frost people do look similar. Did someone say OC? Bell 48, a clone Saiyan created by the newly built Red Ribbon Army. Okay, so this is kind of like a Red Ribbon Army, kind of going off of the bat of what many people ask, what if Goku was raised by the Red Ribbon Army? So the jacket there, and just the stripe right there, you can tell that's the influence of the Red Ribbon Army. You're gonna have the red streak in the hair, I like that. And then this is all the different types of peoples that work in the new or the Neo Red Ribbon Army. I like this, okay. Oh, this OC is approaching me. This guy's a time patroller who's very heroic, has a strong sense of justice, sometimes comedic, is extremely loyal to his friends and allies whom he cares deeply about. Okay, so this Dio here, it's alright and stuff like that. Colors are okay, and you know, I love the double scouter like Taguma has. It doesn't shout out at me, and I feel like this needs a little bit of work to differentiate it from other people. I mean, okay, the Android 8 hair is pretty unusual, and you know, of course, you know, kind of looks like mine in a way, and I know I have a bump on the head. I kind of bumped into the head while I was setting up this whole thing, so yeah, I'm not perfect. Yeah, I think this has potential, but I think you may need to work on the backstory a little more. Brian Cortez come up with Daikon Kusanagi. He's a Saiyan from Universe 7. He crash lands on Earth as an infant, and he's taken in by a Saiyan couple who moved to Earth after finding love with each other. Okay, so kind of similar to what Bardock and Gine have. Okay, yeah, that's alright. The design itself is a little bit overly familiar. It doesn't really kind of leap out as a way, but at the same time, the idea and the backstory of this kind of actually being a Saiyan couple that actually deliberately go out to then go to Earth, okay, you know, I'll give you points for that. Think of him as what if Goku was raised by Aunt May and Uncle Ben from Spider-Man? What if Goku was like Peter Parker? Oh, okay, so instead of being like an OC, this is like if Goku was like Peter Parker, okay. It could do with a little bit of modification, but okay start, I would say right there. Alfie then goes, not sure if the first one counts, but this is my take on Yamoshi. So okay, this one's basically his interpretation of Yamoshi, the one that we first saw when the Broly trailer came out for the first time. We all thought, oh my god, Goku's gonna be fighting Yamoshi. No, it's Broly. This one is his OC, Pumpkin, a street urchin. And yeah, okay, so I can see it's gone for the belt like Charlotte right there. All right, okay, I can understand that, and I like that. And the toga like top like that. Now you see, this is something that stands out a little more, as in it takes a theme, but then kind of adds something different to it. Crystal on a necklace allows her to stockpile energy for later use. Ooh, and a nomad going from planet to planet. I like that. Okay, that's cool. The design is a bit underwhelming, but at the same time it does suit the personality, and I like the crystal motif, storing energy for later. Sort of like Black Panther-y, just in the sense, but it's focused to one point. Born an Earthling, though later turned into a mutant failed experiment by underlings of Deborah. Once enrolled in the Time Patrol, when she was given more freedom, she began to question and explore if correcting separate timelines truly is right to do. I like this, okay, and I'm not just saying that because of the way they look, but it's just down to the fact of the backstory right here. Yeah, having that Earthling turned mutant by Deborah, okay, it could have been someone else other than Deborah, but the fact that you're actually having kind of deep thinking within Dragon Ball, that has to be actually credit where credit's due there. Next up, Starhound's OC Perry from Xenoverse. And okay, this design is a bit like the Ginyu Force, so it's like a new Ginyu Force mixed with Saiyaman. Oh, okay, so starts off like that, then kind of goes into like that. This is all different designs from different commissions. And then, of course, Super Saiyan 4, because you've got to have Super Saiyan 4 right here. And oh my, okay, this is nice eclectic design, okay. Oh, okay, so this is a little bit more. After the events of Xenoverse, she participated in a multiversal tournament and unlocked Super Saiyan 4 there. Okay, yeah, alright, good addition there. Pipette Mikoscope is a scientist at Capture Corp. He specializes in biology and is the creator of many medical and weapon creations for the company. He also is sent out to travel to dangerous and foreign places in order to extract materials. Ah, okay, I like this. Pipette and Microscope. Those puns, lovely, I'm loving it. This guy is some kind of engineer as well as some kind of biologist. Okay, this is different. Now, I like this. This is very Chrono Trigger, very exploration technology based. This has to be one of the best so far, because this is different, and using capsules makes the use of the Capsule Corp and actually showing that there is more to Capsule Corp than just Bulma. There are other people that work there. Fell Drawings has one called Roy Maeda, a resident of Hero Town a few months after the events of Super Dragon Ball Heroes Universe mission. Okay, alright. I like this one. It's sort of like a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Caulifla blend. You know, I like ones that have a different personality and actually show it, kind of like this. This is my girl Callian, another low-class Saiyan who survived due to sheer dumb luck, aka getting beat up and left on an outpost world. She's good-hearted and deceptively naive. It's a plucky design, it's slightly different, and I love the kind of like leg warmer boots type thing, a variation on like Goku's boots from Resurrection F. I like that. Tails in there, Videl-like gloves. I'd say this is pretty good. And the fact that it's someone who isn't brilliantly smart but somehow gets through it anyway, oh yeah, I can dig this. Ruta Burgai, or Ruta 2002, this is my first bio-android OC Shadow. He was a failed prototype version of Cell. He makes his first appearance in the Fighter Saga. He turned on the Red Ribbon Army and joined the Z Fighters in order to battle the evil Margin 21. So it'd be like some kind of way as if a certain Cell project kind of failed and it was kind of taking in all of the information that was being done with the Fighter Saga. Okay. I feel like with this design you could do with making it a bit more different. Obviously you're trying to root to a mutation of Cell, that's fair. But at the same time, I feel like you could probably do with modifying the body a little bit more. Jotei comes up with two of the OCs. The Neo Tuffle is Seri, pulled from Cerise. Okay, like that, okay. She is a lecherous but super loyal girlfriend to my Saiyan OC Kuda over there. Seri uses gravitational abilities, where Kuda has a savage state that kind of works similar to DBS Broly's Wrath state but requires a tail. This is reminding me of Tenchi Muyo with that one and a bit of Tsunade. They are different from typical Saiyan designs, and the Tuffles, you know, kind of having that baby design. Kuda's mum Izuna, right there, kind of a savage state with Destruction Key. And then the Neo Tuffle is Sala, so, oh, different types of Tuffle. So, okay, bringing Tuffles in there. This is certainly better than what we got in Super Dragon Ball Heroes with Kami and Orin. I mean, this is much more intricate. Mashu is a Saiyan who explores the galaxy for bounties and has a personal spaceship that he lives in along with his friends. I like this. This is cool. So instead of a Saiyan who's just straight up wanting to train and battle, as it were, this guy is straight up just like wanting to travel around the galaxy. You can have a lot of fun with this. Ryujin were a species of humanoid dragons named Ex Rosa, who used to reside on East Kai's planet along with the rest of his brethren. Oh, okay. Well, I'll definitely say this, is that, yeah, that's a different type of thing. Humanoid dragon. Everybody likes dragons. Being from a future where an imperfect cell runs loose, having drunk and taken out the majority of people on Earth, she is the last of the human fighters to stand up. She's also part android thanks to her mother. So, okay, having to fight fire with fire, I see. So actually, Bulma having no choice but to having to counter it with slightly android abilities, as in maybe slowing down the aging process? Okay. The design is very, very good, and it does scream that Yamcha and Bulma are their parents. I like this. The design isn't too derivative of Trunks. The boots are the same, but okay, boots, I'll forgive that. Boots are very uniform-like. These are two Saiyan siblings named Bean and Kuka. I love the name. They grew up on a refuge planet that was unfortunately destroyed. They escaped the destruction and made their way to Earth. Bean is very energetic, and Kuka is very shy and nervous. Protagonists descendants of Krillin, Vegeta, and Goku. Hikori, Ranjan, and Uda. Okay, I'll lump this all together. I like the idea that you're projecting into the future, so it's not just about the main dragon team, but it's the descendants of the dragon team. Okay, I like that. And Bean and Kuka, yeah, Daikon and Muli, I see where you're going with this. I like that. Rainstar has one called Reika Gardenia. When she was younger, she admired Bulma a lot, driving her to become a scientist. Genius, sharpshooter, and quite the sass master. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I love characters who have a lot of sass. You can tell that Ranch has a lot of sass as well. I dig that. This style reminds me of Kia Asamiya in a way, from Nadesco and Silent Mobius. That's a cool design, kind of blending in the two. It's a cute design. It's a cute design. I like that. Having someone of a different type of build in Dragon Ball, sort of what they did with Bonyu in the Kakarot game. Okay, I'll dig that. Main boy Frostbite. He's the grandson of Frieza, the son of Kuriza. So okay, all right. He ran his grandpa's army for a while, but ended up getting it stolen by his brother. Oh, brother issues. They just keep going down the family tree. It's just intrinsic. I would probably say that it's a little bit bland in a way. The colors are very reminiscent to Kuriza, I'll give you that. And the stripe down there, nice bit of tribal thing, reminds me of Kratos in a way, or Kratos, or however you want to do it. But I'd say maybe you could work something in to evolve the character a little bit more, to show that this is 2 generations further on from Frieza. That's just Goku. That's just Goku with a leg gap. Green Beans, a slow Saiyan, naturally high power level, and a capable fighter. Never leaves the house due to a shy... Oh. Okay. Right, okay. Never became a Super Saiyan before because he's waiting at... What? It's certainly funny, though. Certainly funny. So it does tick points for Dragon Ball humor. Okay, moving on. Vidali, the leader of my DBOC, the Saiyajin. Ooh. Oh my. King Vidali has been the ruler of planet Saikasu. Like, mixing Saiyans with knights. I love the armor. The armor, wow. That is so cool. That is very, very 90s. Man, if the Saiyan elites had this kind of armor, Patton, a Saiyan reject from Sadala, they exiled him to Universe 7 when finding out that he was... Oh, okay. Finding out he was gay and having a tail after no Saiyans, having them labeled as an outcast. Oh, that's really tragic, dude. The pattern, you know, I feel like, yeah, the design is cool and all. It's very intricate. The armor, very nice. And I know it's from Xenoverse 2, but you're making use of what you got in the game. As for the premise, triumphing through adversity, I'll give it points for that. So I think all you need to do is probably maybe change the hair a little bit, add a little bit of color so it's not just blue and black, kind of distinct it away from Charlotte in a way. The server she's from is an anime mixed with DB base, so she's actual Dragon Ball and non-Dragon Ball. The new Grand Supreme Kai of the multiverse. Okay, the Kai that sealed Kid Buu in the manga. That's a cool design. I will give it that. Sort of like Ultra Instinct-y in a way, wrathful form. Ooh. Oh, this is our first Namekian. Universe 6 Namekian Needle. Essentially, they are Universe 6 Namekian from the planet Namek of Universe 6. She is an adventurer and warrior, stopping raids on villages on Namek from bandits. She is confident and smug. She is also wild, adventurous, and kind. Okay. Nice kind of blend of all different stuff, and you never know about how things could vary up in Universe 6. Okay, so a Saiyan wrestler? Is that what it's like? That is a ripped design. Whoa. Okay. Oh, top of the Saiyans, Frieza Soldier's frequency. Oh. It's like under a certain Saiyan family, the royal family. Well, I gotta say, I love the bandana, I love the design. It does look a lot like Vegeta. And yeah, I'd take this guy over Tarbell any other day. We now have Scalio, a Universe 6 Sadal soldier who somehow made his way after a catastrophic mission. Since then, he landed on Earth and in order to live stumbled upon the World Tournament and won it. He's also a dumbass and has spent everything. Now he's a cop in the city. Ah, the SPD. Ah, a Saiyan who then turns cop. I like that. Everion. She's from a race that I've created that is heavily inspired by Arcosians. Also taking the Arcosian formula, eh? So actually listening to the filler. Wow. I never thought we'd be actually taking source material from the filler. She comes from a jungle planet that's forbidden contact with the rest of the universe. She leaves, knowing that she can never go back to explore the universe. And, oh, wow, okay. So, different design. I love the hair braids and stuff like that. The design on the head, oh yeah, okay, I like that. Some kind of beast creature. Chaos was only loyal to its creator because he brought in victims. He can't absorb like Boo, but instead, he takes all the energy from his victims to leave them completely withered. Ooh, a much darker take on Boo, as well as mixing him some Morrow in there. Okay, so kind of blending the two things. The hair design is pretty good. It's not just a simple, kind of tendril like we have with Kid Boo. Yeah, it's a good progression. I like it. Bardock's bandana has one OC, and it's a Header Seijin cowboy named Calamity. Ooh, I like that design. Again, it's very Chrono Trigger, and it definitely reminds me of the bandit type of lifestyle. Still a work in progress, but he's descended from a line of Heron survivors who live on a remote agriculture planet. He raises alien cattle and then sells them in auctions. Ah, it's a good boy, Header Seijin. Ooh, creativity here, I like that. Nice. Crystal Ball, an Earth-raised Saiyan who joined the Time Patrol at first. He thinks he was a human with extraordinary powers, and then encounters a grows a hatred towards Saiyans. Sort of like with Goku, but again, hey. Characters with glasses, I'm all about them. I feel like the backstory could be maybe refined a little more. Just that means it's not just exactly like Goku. Maybe change the attire up a little bit more, but otherwise, it's okay. I don't have much of a backstory, but this is Nasu in his signature exclusive form. Yeah, cool. I like this design. It's a pretty good one. Most likely be a Universe 6 Saiyan. Alright, okay. We need more Universe 6 Saiyans and more of a reason to actually go there. Yeah, I feel like the overall design's pretty neat. Then we have Kastinga, a Dragon Guardian. My interpretation on if Dende made a whole set of new Dragon Balls. Oh, okay, so okay, this is interesting. So basically, Kastinga, like if Dende got a chance to make his entirely new dragon. With 2 wishes still, but that's very nice. A nice blend of golden Super Shenron, Porunga, 2 heads, 2 wishes. Very nice. Neko TJ's come up with 2 in Xenoverse, Tarobe and Galora. Both names are puns of Taro and Arugula. Oh, okay. Tarobe is a Majin, Galora is a Saiyan, and they're both sparring partners and romantic ones. Aww, that's kind of a cute one. And I like all the different designs, different attacks, like I shot when they were sparring or something like that. This kind of Xenoverse designs and then kind of evolving it into their own. Okay, I like the idea, and especially that Zarbon pendant. Nice. Slightly different Saiyan armor, okay, that's points for that. I think you could probably go a bit bolder in that regard. Amul, a human Saiyan expert in Ki, he was raised to be a well-spoken gentleman by his human father, okay. At an early age, he became a member of the Crane School where he met his closest allies. Crane School, okay, you're using the lore, nice, nice. A demon has stalked him since childhood, waiting to harvest his... Ooh. These designs, ooh. Ooh. That is very spicy. I like this. I love this design. And the whole fact that he's got like a rod over his back, or yeah, something like that. Oh man. Yeah, you gotta do more with this. Then we have one from the Wanderer, which is called the Wanderer. His power is incredible, but his physical body isn't suited to utilizing it properly. Going above 20% literally starts breaking apart his body. For example, at 100%. Explorer characters in Dragon Ball I really like, and this design is so... I like this. I like this a lot. And the fact that he has some kind of like catch-22 power, it's very much like of a pirate or an adventurer and a bounder. Then we got Taladir, a clone of an ancient Arcosian since he isn't born the usual way. Okay, so all the different forms here. Now, this is where you're starting to see a bit of variation from what you usually see with the Frost people. So, different color scheme, slight evolution. When you're looking at making Frost people, you need to kind of start to change it up a bit to make them just not a Freezer clone. So this is a good start. Harp. And this is all the different types of images that we see of that character. And this is, I like this design. I like this design a lot. The clothing is great. And the backstory here, if you want to take a look at this, I think is really good. But I think that's all time we got for this. But basically, you guys are really creative here. Some of these need a bit of work to further distinguish them from what archetypes they were based on. But honestly, I really like them a lot. I do apologize if yours didn't turn up in this video, but if you want to take a look at every single contribution to that original question, you can check out the link below to the entire thread. You can see everybody's example there. And I do thank you for submitting them. It was a huge turnout there. Maybe we might do this again. We might go over some more. But thank you again for showing up. I hope you all have a good day, and I shall see you next time for the next video. Catch you later.